Imagine pivotal historical moments, now amplified through the lens of social media. Intriguing, isn't it? Welcome to TopThangs, dear viewer. Today we explore some history moments with a slight social media twist. Picture this. It's 1969, and the Apollo 11 spacecraft has just landed on the moon. Instead of hearing about it on the radio or watching it on a black and white television, you're scrolling through your Twitter feed. Suddenly, a tweet pops up. At NASA, one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. #moon landing, #Apollo 11. The tweet is accompanied by a grainy yet awe-inspiring photo of an astronaut standing on the moon's surface, Earth visible in the background. Or maybe you're browsing Instagram when you see a new post from Neil Armstrong himself. The caption reads, "Just took a stroll on the moon. The view is out of this world. #moonwalk, #space travel." The post is a selfie, Armstrong's helmet reflecting the lunar module and the moon's barren landscape. How different would our perception of these events be if they were shared in real time for the entire world to experience simultaneously? Would the impact be greater, the memory more vivid, or would the constant flow of information dilute the importance of such a monumental achievement? Let's dive deeper into these questions in the next scene. Let's journey forward in time to 1989, to another pivotal moment in history, the fall of the Berlin Wall. You're scrolling through your Facebook feed when a live video notification pops up from a friend. "At Berlin, citizen is live. The Berlin Wall is coming down. #freedom, #unity." You tap on the notification, and you're instantly transported to the scene. You watch as jubilant crowds surge towards the wall, their faces illuminated by the glow of their handheld torches. The air buzzes with excitement and anticipation. Suddenly, the first chunk of the wall comes down. The crowd roars in approval, their cheers echoing through your speakers. A sense of unity and freedom permeates the atmosphere, reaching you thousands of miles away. Or maybe you're scrolling through Instagram when a series of photos catch your eye. They're from a user named @wallbreaker89. The first photo is a close-up of a hammer and chisel, poised to strike the wall. The caption reads, "Making history one strike at a time. #Berlin Wall, #freedom." The subsequent photos document the wall's destruction, capturing the raw emotion of the moment. How would our understanding of this event change if we had witnessed it in real time, through the lens of social media? Would we feel more connected to the people and the events unfolding half a world away? Let's continue to ponder these questions as we continue. Transitioning from the fall of the Berlin Wall, let's now imagine a more recent historical event, the Arab Spring. This time, though, we don't need to imagine the role of social media, as it became a crucial tool for communication and organization during the protests. Picture this. It's late 2010, and you're scrolling through Twitter. Suddenly, a trending hashtag catches your attention, #Arab Spring. Intrigued, you click on it and find yourself in the midst of a digital revolution. Tweets are pouring in from Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, and other countries, each one a snapshot of the ongoing struggle for democracy. Tahrir Square is filled with people demanding change. #Egypt, #Arab Spring, tweets one user. Government forces are cracking down on protesters. Stay safe, everyone. #Libya, #Arab Spring, posts another. Or perhaps you're on Instagram and a series of gripping images flood your feed. Protesters waving flags, tear gas enveloping streets, crowds gathered in unity. Each image tells a story, each story a part of the larger narrative. The immediacy and accessibility of social media allowed the world to witness the Arab Springs unfolding in real time, creating a sense of global solidarity. Let's stop to think. Would this event have had the same impact without the help of social media? Would we feel as connected to these faraway struggles? Let's keep these questions in mind as we proceed exploring these scenarios. Let's now take a step back, way back to the 18th century. Picture the American Revolution, a pivotal moment in world history, now unfolding on your Twitter timeline. Imagine tweets from Paul Revere, "The British are coming, #1 if by land, 2 if by sea." Or perhaps from Benjamin Franklin, "Just signed the Declaration of Independence, #life, liberty, pursuit of happiness." How about Instagram posts from the battlefield, with captions like, "Bunker Hill, we may have lost the battle, but not the war. hash revolution, and let's not forget the viral hashtags hash Boston Tea Party or hash no taxation without representation trending worldwide. In this hypothetical scenario, social media could have brought the American Revolution to life in a way that textbooks cannot. The immediacy and the personal touch of these posts would have given us a front-row seat to history, making it more relatable and engaging. But it also raises questions about the authenticity of information and the potential for misinformation. Would the revolutionaries have used social media to spread propaganda? Would the British have used it to surveil and suppress the revolution? As we delve into these questions, remember that while social media can bring us closer to history, it also has the power to distort it. As we transition to our final scene, let's ponder upon the power and pitfalls of social media and the role it plays in shaping our understanding of historical events. Let's now journey to the heart of Europe, to the tumultuous times of late 18th century France. Picture the French Revolution, a time of great upheaval and transformation, now unraveling on your Facebook newsfeed. Imagine posts from Louis XVI, just called the Estates General, hash absolute monarchy problems, or perhaps from Marie Antoinette, misquoted again, never said let them eat cake, hash fake news. How about live videos from the storming of the Bastille, with comments like liberty, equality, fraternity, or death, hash Bastille Day? And let's not forget the viral hashtags hash guillotine or hash reign of terror, causing a stir worldwide. In this hypothetical scenario, social media could have brought the French Revolution to life in a way that history books cannot. The immediacy and the personal touch of these posts would have given us a front-row seat to history, making it more relatable and engaging. But it also raises questions about the authenticity of information and the potential for misinformation. Would the revolutionaries have used social media to spread propaganda? Would the monarchy have used it to surveil and suppress the revolution? As we delve into these questions, remember that while social media can bring us closer to history, it also has the power to distort it. As we transition to our final scene, let's ponder upon the power and pitfalls of social media and the role it plays in shaping our understanding of historical events. Let's now venture into the heart of the 20th century, to a time of global conflict and change, the Second World War. Picture it unfolding on your Twitter timeline. Imagine tweets from Winston Churchill, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, hash, we shall never surrender." Or perhaps a tweet from President Roosevelt, "This is a date which will live in infamy, hash Pearl Harbor." Imagine live tweets from the D-Day invasion with hashtags like hash Normandy, hash Operation Overlord, and hash Allied Forces. And then, the chilling, world-changing tweet, "First atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, hash little boy, hash end of war." The immediacy of these tweets would have brought the war's epic scale, its horrors, and its triumphs into sharp relief. But as with the French Revolution, we must consider the potential for propaganda and misinformation. Would the Allies and the Axis powers have used Twitter to spread their own narratives, to rally support and demoralize the enemy? Would tweets have been censored or even weaponized? As we transition to our final scene, let's continue to reflect on how social media's power to connect us to history is also a power to shape, distort, and even rewrite it. Let's transition now to the pivotal era of the 1960s. Imagine the American civil rights movement, not just in black and white photos or grainy news footage, but brought to life on Instagram. Picture scrolling through your feed and coming across a post from Rosa Parks with the caption, "Enough is enough, hash bus boycott," or a powerful black and white image of a sit-in with the hashtag hash non-violent protest. Visualize Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech, not only in text, but as an inspirational video post with millions of likes and shares. Imagine the comments section filled with messages of support, solidarity, and the inevitable backlash, fueling fiery debates and discussions. But also, picture the darker side of this platform. Posts of police brutality, riots, and the harsh reality of segregation tagged with hash Jim Crow, hash fight for freedom, and hash civil rights. As we journey through this Instagram feed of history, we are reminded of the power and potential of social media to bring us closer to the struggles and triumphs of the past, to stir emotions and provoke actions. But as we've seen, this power can also be a double-edged sword, sparking division and misinformation. As we move towards the end of our exploration, let's reflect on how social media, while connecting us to history, also has the power to shape, distort, and even rewrite it. Now, let's dive into a chilling episode of history, the sinking of the Titanic, but this time through the lens of Snapchat. Imagine the excitement as early snaps show the grandeur of the Titanic, the unsinkable ship setting sail. As the journey progresses, we see snippets of life on board, from extravagant parties in the first-class living large, to more modest scenes from steerage life. But then, the tone shifts. A snap shows an iceberg in the distance, iceberg right ahead. The next few snaps capture the escalating panic, lifeboats being launched, people scrambling for safety, the ship tilting dangerously. The final snap? A haunting image of the ship disappearing beneath the surface SOS. The stories disappear after 24 hours, but the impact lingers, forever etched in our collective memory. Now, imagine the ripple effects. Real-time updates leading to faster rescue efforts, or the global outpouring of grief and shock. But also consider the potential for rumors, misinformation, and insensitivity. It's a stark reminder of how social media, while bringing history to life, can also expose us to the raw, unfiltered realities of our past, and the responsibility we bear in sharing these moments. Let's travel back to ancient Rome, specifically to the vibrant city of Pompeii. Imagine it's AD 79, and Facebook Live is the go-to platform for sharing momentous events. At first, posts from Pompeii showed daily Roman life, bustling markets, grand amphitheaters, and vibrant frescoes, living la vida Pompeii. But then, a new post appears, a live video showing a plume of smoke rising from Mount Vesuvius, Vesuvius awakens. The views start to skyrocket as the situation intensifies. Panic starts to set in as the ash cloud grows, blotting out the sun apocalyptic ski. Live videos capture the chaos, the panic, the futile attempts to escape. The last post, a chilling video of the ash cloud engulfing the city, the feed abruptly cutting off. The posts would be archived, a haunting digital record of a city's final moments. In this scenario, the world would witness the disaster in real time, leading to an immediate international response. But, as with the Titanic scenario, this would also open up potential for misinformation, fear-mongering, and voyeuristic consumption of tragedy. It's another stark reminder of the power of social media to bring history to life and the ethical considerations that come with it. Let's now journey back even further, to the sands of ancient Egypt. Picture it's 2580 BC, and TikTok is the latest social media sensation. Imagine a series of time-lapse videos documenting the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza pyramid in progress. The first TikTok posts show a vast empty desert landscape. Soon, the scene changes as hundreds, then thousands of workers appear, their efforts coordinated in a grand design project Pharaoh. Stones weighing several tons each are transported and lifted into place, a feat that leaves modern viewers astonished ancient engineering. As the pyramid rises, so do the views and shares. Imagine TikTokers flocking to create viral dance videos while the pyramids are being built in the background. TikTok users from around the world tune in to witness the latest trending dance. While this marvel of human ingenuity is constructed, the final post? A breathtaking aerial view of the completed Great Pyramid, standing tall and majestic against the setting sun, pyramid complete. In this scenario, the construction of the Great Pyramid would not be shrouded in mystery, but documented for all to see in real time. This could lead to a greater understanding of ancient engineering techniques, but it could also expose the harsh working conditions of the laborers. Once again, this highlights the potential of social media to shed light on history, whilst also raising questions about privacy and exploitation. In our next hypothetical scenario, let's imagine the dawn of the Industrial Revolution, around 1760, being chronicled on LinkedIn, the platform for professionals. The first post could be from James Watt, sharing his latest invention, the steam engine, with his connections #steam power. As the years pass, we'd see posts from entrepreneurs and inventors showcasing their latest machinery, factories, and innovations #industry innovation. We'd witness live updates from the textile industry, with factory owners sharing images of their mechanized looms and spinning jennies, revolutionizing the production process #textile tech. Updates from the coal and iron industries would follow suit, demonstrating how these resources fuel and shape the revolution #coal and iron. But it wouldn't just be about the machinery and industries. We'd see posts about new job opportunities, the rise of urban centers, and the growth of the middle class #job boom. Discussions would ensue about the working conditions in factories, the exploitation of child labor, and the need for labor laws #workers' rights. In this LinkedIn era, the Industrial Revolution would have been a shared global experience, with professional connections witnessing and contributing to the rise of the modern industrial world. The triumphs and challenges of the era would be out there for all to see, discuss, and learn from. This again reiterates the power of social media to create transparency and foster dialogue, while also raising questions about the societal implications of rapid technological advancement. Let's take a step back into ancient Egypt again, but this time it's full of Redditors fighting for the most upvotes and top subreddit spot. Picture this: the construction of the Egyptian pyramids, one of the greatest architectural feats of the ancient world, unfolding in a Reddit thread. The first post could be from a pharaoh or a high-ranking official, announcing the beginning of the project #pyramid project. As the construction progresses, we'd see posts from architects and builders discussing their plans, challenges, and solutions #ancient architecture. Perhaps there would be AMA, Ask Me Anything, sessions with the chief architect, where users could ask questions about the design and construction process, and even suggest improvements. We might see threads about the labor force, discussing their strenuous work conditions and the need for better treatment #workers' rights. There would be speculation threads too, filled with theories about how such huge structures are being built without modern technology #ancient mysteries. And let's not forget the breathtaking pictures of the pyramids under construction, shared by awestruck spectators, going viral and becoming the top posts of all time. This Reddit era of the pyramid construction would not only have been a shared global experience, but it would also have fostered discussion, speculation, and a sense of wonder about the capabilities of ancient civilizations. The power of social media to connect, educate, and inspire is truly unparalleled. In a world where the discovery of fire is shared on Pinterest, imagine how different the narrative might have been. The first pin could be a simple image of a spark, captioned with something like, "First attempt at creating fire, wish me luck." As progress is made, the board could fill up with step-by-step images and descriptions of how early human beings managed to create and control fire. There would be DIY fire starting kits, with instructions on how to gather the best kindling, choose the right stones for sparking, and the safest ways to maintain the flame. The safety precautions pin could be the most shared and saved post, reflecting the inherent human instinct for survival and care for their community. Other pins would include top 10 best uses for fire, with cooking and warmth obviously being the top hits, but also the use of fire for warding off wild animals, and even for early forms of communication. Perhaps there would be a fire cooking recipes board showcasing how fire revolutionized the human diet. The discovery of fire on Pinterest would not just be a feast for the eyes, but also a testament to the innovation and resilience of early humans. It would serve as a reminder of how far we've come and the fundamental role of fire in our evolution. This hypothetical Pinterest era of fire discovery would have allowed for a more visual and interactive learning experience, making history come alive in a whole new way. In our next journey through time and cyberspace, we find ourselves in the year 1215. Imagine Twitter being around during the signing of the Magna Carta. This monumental event would unfold in a series of tweets, creating a real-time narrative of history in the making. The first tweet might be a picture of the document itself, with the caption, "Just a sneak peek of today's big event, #Magna Carta." As the day unfolds, live tweets from various nobles and King John himself would provide updates on the proceedings. Negotiations heating up, #Magna Carta. Just sign my life away, literally #King John #Magna Carta. There would be a tweet from a scribe perhaps, giving us a glimpse into the behind-the-scenes action. Quill running out of ink from all these edits, #Magna Carta. And let's not forget the reactions from the common folk, who would tweet their responses and opinions to the signing. Finally, some rights for us, #Magna Carta. Does this mean less taxes? #peasant problems, #Magna Carta. In this imagined Twitter timeline, the signing of the Magna Carta would be a trending topic, bringing together a community of individuals, each contributing to a broader narrative. The immediacy and authenticity of the tweets would paint a vivid picture of this pivotal moment in history, making it relatable and tangible for the modern audience. This hypothetical scenario illustrates the power of social media to bring history to life, one tweet at a time. Picture this, we're back in 1969, but this time, the first manned moon landing is about to happen. But this time, let's reimagine this historic event through the lens of Instagram stories. As the Apollo 11 mission takes off, an Instagram story from NASA's official account would offer a countdown. T10 minutes until launch, #Apollo 11 #moon landing. The astronauts themselves might share a quick selfie from inside the spacecraft with a caption like, "Just a normal day at the office, #moonbound." As the lunar module lands, an iconic boomerang of the American flag being planted on the moon's surface would be shared, accompanied by the text, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind, #first moonwalk." The astronauts would surely snap a few selfies with the Earth in the background, tagging their location as Moon. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Instagram users would be sharing their reactions, posting pictures of their families huddled around their television sets, using hashtags like #watchinghistory and #moonlandinglive. This imagined Instagram story brings a new level of intimacy and immediacy to the first moon landing. It shows us how social media can transform our understanding and experience of history, making it more personal and engaging. Thank you for exploring these scenarios with us at TopThangs, dear viewer. We hope you learned something and were entertained. We only ask that you hit that like button if you found this entertaining. Don't forget to follow us on social so we can stay connected. #TopThangs. See you on the next one.